Assalamu alaikum, welcome back to the Coding with T. Today we are going to learn how to create Listview.builder. This is the second video of ListView. In the previous video we learned how to create ListView, which is the static list view, and in today's tutorial we are going to learn Listview.builder. As you can see, we are in section 2 and we are about to learn the ninth video and its second part, which is the list view. So let's get started. Open Android Studio. And in the previous tutorial you can see we learn how to create a list view, and inside this list view we create children's, static children's. This is the padding, then divider, then again a padding. So also we learn how to add some tiles or the list tiles. So in today's tutorial what we are going to do is we are going to use listview.builder, because static list view is good for specific values or a few values when we know that we don't have to change. For example, we have three tiles we created in the previous tutorial and we know that we are not going to change them in future. So we can use this list view, as you can see on the screen, for scrollable widgets or the scrollable screen. We use list view. We don't have to use listview.builder, but most of the cases when we are trying to fetch data from database or products, most of the cases, then we don't know that how many products that we are going to display. Maybe 4 to 5 products, but from the back end admin is doing some calculations on the products. Maybe he's switching, he's enabling some product, he is going to change some text on it. So in that case we cannot depend on this simple list view, but we have to use listview.builder. So it's very simple. Let me just remove this children property. You can see we are simply inside our scaffold, and in the container we have a list view. Now we are not going to simply add children's and then add static values. Instead, inside the list view simply press dot builder, and it's going to give an error because over this, in here you can see that we have a required value. We have required something and it's a function. It's returning a widget, and in the function we have to pass two variables. The one is the index variable over integer, you can see over here, and the second one is the build context. And how we can identify it, we can use it with the item builder, same like physics, false, padding. So add towards this, search for item builder, and inside remember that it's returning a widget, but as a function we have to pass it two variables. This is a shortcut to use the function. We don't have to name it here, but inside these brackets we have to pass two things. The one is the context and the second one is integer value, which is basically index. We will talk in a few minutes. Then we have a curly brackets of a function, and we have to return some widget. Let's say for now we are returning a text widget, and you can see the error is gone. So now let's talk about the context. This context is basically we get it from the stateless widget or the stateful widget. In both cases you have a context here. So this context is basically representing our widget from the widget tree. So while creating application, you can see our widget tree is growing bigger and bigger. Using a context we can easily identify the current position of our widget. So in this case we have a listview.builder, and then we have an index. Item builder is basically, you can take it as a for loop or any other loop. So as it's performing iteration, so to identify we are in which iteration, we have an index property like in other loops. So to understand it, for example, let's print index dot toString, because the text is going to take string and this index is an integer type. So let's save the application, first run it. Okay, as you can see on your screen, our application is running and you can see the counting starts from 0 till it's going and going. Let me just scroll it, and you can see that it's endless, it's keep on growing. So the beauty of listview.builder is, the first thing is that we can generate as many items as we want. In this case it's I did not put any limit to it, so it's infinite. So you can see it's fast because currently it's only containing the space, or it's only showing the elements displaying on our screen. it will destroy all the elements or all the widgets which went off the screen and creates only those widgets which are currently displaying on the screen. So that's why Listview.builder is very fast than static builders. As in the previous tutorial we talk about that when we try to fetch the values from database, or we have a list of values, how we can display them. This is a function. The build context is a function, but we are inside this class, and in here we are going to create a list type, a simple list. It will be a list of string. Let's say we have a products list, and we just have to pass these curly bracket square brackets and then at the end. That's it. And now inside we have products name. So I have added 3 products with the comma separation, and this error is because we are currently using a variable and its constant should be removed. Now it's gone. Okay, you created these 3 lists. The first 2 are quite similar, both are string, and the last one is the list of integers. Basically these are the prices of the products. So how we can, for example, we fetch these products or product details or the prices from the database. Okay, in here now let me just show you one more thing, that for example we are going to display products at current index. Let's save the application, and you can see we have a red screen which is currently showing an error, which is the range error. This is why, because currently we are not specifying our application to only use this much of length. It's running infinite. To overcome that issue, we have to pass item count, and to tell it we know that we have 3 values. Pass 3, save the application, and you can see that we have 3 values: bed, sofa and chair. Most of the time we don't know how much values we have, so for that we are going to use products dot length. Save it again, and you can see we have 3 values again. This is how we specify that these much items we need. So when again I am going to comment this and save it, you can see we have top 3 values. First it will run at the 0 index, it display the product, then second, then third, and when it comes to fourth, that list has been ended and it doesn't have any product in it. So that's why it's showing that we have an error. Uncomment this. Now inside this, for example, we want to show all these products as a list tile. So let me create a list tile as we created in our previous tutorials. We have a leading icon, create a circle avatar. In the child I am going to pass text widget, and in the text I am going to select the first character of each product. So how we can do that, we simply write products of current index. So this is going to give us a single string which is a bed, and I am going to pick 0 character from that. So let me show you, save it, and you can see that we have B for bed, S for sofa, and then we have C for chair. Sorry, let's add a title, products at current index, then again subtitle, and this is going to be product details at current index, and then we have a trailing property, and for the trailing we can use price at again current index. As you can see, it's giving error because we have a list of integers, and in the text we have to pass string, so make it toString. Save it, and you can see that we have 3 list tiles with the dynamic values. We don't have to create list tile again and again, so simply we have 3 strings, list of strings, and then we use Listview.builder to display that. So that's it for this tutorial. Also for other properties, as we learned in the previous tutorial, for the list view you can simply press Ctrl space, and we have all the values we talked about previously for the list view. And also in the list tile, go Ctrl space, you can see we can change list tile, on tap, over color, and all the properties just similar to list view we covered in the previous tutorial. So I hope you learned something new in today's tutorial. If you learned something new and if you have any question, you can tell me down below in the comments. If you are new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe it, and if you learned something new, please don't forget to like this video. Thank you for watching. Take care. Allah Hafiz.